First match of week 2 here. We got AI versus LogiSwords. So AI, team without a coach. They do have Soldier and an extra support, whereas the other side is going to be rocking double damage and triple tank. So got a 3-1-1 comp against a 3-2 comp. However, overall, LogiSwords looking like a stronger team than AI this season. AI have won one match against Moldy Milkers, but we'll see if they can get anything else started here. We're going to be on King's Row to start. If the matchup will load, that is. AI gonna be rocking that support bot all season, I think. They're the only team repping it, and I'm the only one with real control over AI. But I just want to see if that support bot works out well for them or not. I could also roll a dice for them each game, but I kind of just decided on what they were going to run because they don't have a coach. I'm basically a secondary coach for them. I did roll for their roster, which is how they ended up with triple tank. They rolled pretty high numbers, and tanks were all the high numbers. Except for that soldier pick. I think that soldier pick was very clutch for them. See, though, they're going to be ripping that Ana to start here. On the other side, going to see an Ash Widow comp coming out with their triple tank. So these are the two triple tank rosters going at it here. Trying to determine which is better. I think just raw statistically, LogiSwords have a better 3 tanks than AI, but we'll see. There are more shields on the side of AI, so maybe that'll help them out a bit here. We'll see. Very odd start to this one. Pretty big anti soldier to put in work here against LogiSwords. Alright. That was an excellent hold coming out from AI. Maybe, just maybe in this matchup, AI's Ana will give them a little bit of an edge in that sustain, because both teams are just going at each other trying to sustain. I'll have to see, though. Soldier, as we know, is a very powerful bot as well. Doom getting very low in the back line. He will eventually go down, and this is looking like a good start here for LogiSwords of something here. However, trades starting to favor AI, and AI will do it raw. I'm absolutely slaughtering LogiSwords there. So 2 holds going the way of AI. Good start for them. Maybe I've underrated or overrated LogiSwords a little bit. Underrated over AI or overrated LogiSwords. Have to see here, though. Queen going in deep. She's going to fall. AI putting together something excellent here. So far. Doom getting 2. Sorry he's going to find the Ana, but that's all that's going to fall on the side of AI. And they are holding very strong here against LogiSwords. Let's see how many more pushes we get. We are going to get a Sombra swap, so that's Sombra's not actually on a team right now, so that tells you how good that pick is for LogiSwords. Not exactly ideal. Ana's going to be coming back into this one. Queen just falls immediately. Soldier's pressure is here. And wow, this LogiSwords roster is very much struggling here against AI. Surprising struggle here. As we know, pound for pound, the tanks on the side of LogiSwords are probably just better, but here right now they can't find any opening against this AI squad, and Queen's going to go down again. Not a good look here at all. I don't know where that Sombra is. Sombra seems to be just chilling in spawn at the moment. Not going to be ideal here. Widow gonna fall down, and LogiSwords, they look like they're about to get full held by this AI team. Can't get anything started here. Here comes the... Ooh, a giant Sigma ultimate. However, that Queen ult was kind of big, but the trades are favoring AI quite a bit here, and that is almost just going to be it. There's going to be like one more push coming through here, but there's going to be no ultimates for LogiSwords as they recontest here, and Sigma about to have his Flux. Soldier going to have his aimbot. Queen's going to go down immediately here, and LogiSwords are about to get full held on King's Row. That was completely unanticipated, excuse me. AI coming out to a dominant start here with a full hold against LogiSwords. So, not exactly what we expected going into this one. I'm hoping whoever's alarm is going off right now is going to stop eventually, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the VOD, but I'm getting kind of irritated. Okay. So LogiSword's going to have to do the same exact thing. Oh, Cassidy's a great pick. If they want to upend this AI squad, but AI looking like a very strong start to this one. They could be going up 1-0 in the series against LogiSwords. One second, guys. Alright, sorry about that. Looks like the battle just going underway here. And Doomfist going a little bit deep. He will power block his way through there. Ana getting a sleep, but she's going to fall very quickly. And LogiSword's going to hold strong here on this first push, so good start for them if they want to draw this map. Have to see if that luck continues here. As we know, both of these teams did very well, okay in their first week. AI did suffer a loss, I believe, to Krusty Crushers. Cassidy gonna be the only one to fall here. However, AI did beat Moldy Milkers. Let me go look at last week, actually. Yeah, AI lost to Krusty Crushers, but they beat Moldy Milkers. On the other side, LogiSwords won both of their matches, I believe. Good start here for LogiSwords. They are slowly starting to run this back. This could be a reverse full hold. We might see a draw here on King's Row. Yeah, LogiSwords beat both Microfish and No Diff Unks. Pretty dominant performances. Alright, here comes another offense. They do find one, but that's not going to be enough. Orisa with a massive ultimate. They're going to swap to that Moira ult. Moira going to try to keep everyone alive with her spread out healing. We are going to see a soldier ult pretty quickly here. Just a matter if they can build up this Ramatra ult as well as this Doomfist ult to give themselves a good chance in these upcoming fights. So Doom getting in pretty deep. He's going to get punished for this pretty harshly, I think. Yep. So looking like another fight win here. Coming through for LogiSwords. This could be just 2 back-to-back full holds between these 2 squads, and no one's going to be making any progress quite yet. So good hold for both teams so far. Gonna have to see something huge on the side of AI if they're gonna want to make this a 1-0 series lead, but time is whittling away. So do their chances here. Doomfist. That is a huge, huge ultimate coming through for the Queen. And this could just be it. So it's looking like it's going to be a draw here on King's Row to start the series. And essentially we can just almost chalk this up to a non-factor in this one and go next, unless there's some huge ultimate coming out here. Okay, there will be one more fight, and there's a bunch of ults online here for AI, so maybe they have a chance in this one. Here comes the Meteor Strike. It's going to be just offside the point. Can they touch? They do touch. Okay, wait, actually, AI, in the nick of time, going to come through and win it. Okay, never mind, it will be 1-0 to AI. So, great. So, AI, surprising start to this series, actually. Gonna go up 1-0 against LogiSwords. Not exactly what I had anticipated at all going into this one. Good start for them, though. Have to see if that continues on this escort here. Cassidy was coming in handy. He was coming quite a bit in handy. Oh my word, can't speak. Oh, that's a Bastion pick. That is an excellent pick here for the LogiSwords. Moira on the other side, I feel like is going to be excellent to keep them sustained. To see how he runs into this double shield. Could be a bit too chunk through if you are that Bastion. AI currently leading this series 1-0. Did a very good job on King's Row. Was quite surprised. LogiSwords, on the other hand, struggling against a team that I otherwise thought they would kind of choke slam. Have to see if this Sigma is able to put in any work. He has not been an ideal candidate for a tank. However, with that shield, might be able to help quite a bit against this Bastion. In fact, he did just kind of deny a lot of his fire. Moira is going to be the first to fall here, though, so Bastion doing what he does best. No matter the roster he's on, this is a great pick here for LogiSwords. This is exactly what you want to see from your DPS pick. That is going to help them a lot here on Gibraltar. Did not quite have that luck on King's Row, though. Pound for pound, though, I would say that LogiSwords' core is better than AI's core. So Bastion's turret form is going to be forced out here. Orisa is going to get very low. Moira also very low, though. She will fall to the Widowmaker. Orisa traded out, though. Not exactly a great trade for LogiSwords. Junker Queen getting very low on the outside looking in. She will fall. And the tank and Bastion are just going to, well, looks like Zarya's going to try to go around and Bastion is going through here. Sigma's going to chase, however, Sigma, as we know, not exactly the greatest when it comes to dealing damage. However, Bastion and Zarya are going to fall here eventually. So, AI putting in more work here against LogiSwords. This team just sustains so curiously well here against LogiSwords. Has been a rough one for them so far. Just not at all what I expected going into week 2. Make sure, let's see, okay, after this fight I'm going to make sure that the bots are on the right settings. Doomfist is going to get shredded by that Bastion. Entering that turret form at a good time this time around. Once again, seems as though it is actually Bastion carrying this squad. The obviously very powerful DPS bot to land. I said we are going to see. Oh, are we gonna? No. So we aren't going to see a contest here from AI. They are just going to give up this first point. They might start this fight. Bastion, or they swap to Mei. So not exactly what you want to see here if you're LogiSwords. Do appreciate that Bastion pick quite a bit. Ana gonna come out from the other side. And it looks like, actually, LogiSwords are gonna start pushing through here. So, a little bit better start to this one than we saw on King's Row from this LogiSword squad. They are slowly making their way through this Gibraltar. Sigma is actually doing quite a good job working up towards that ult. He's actually keeping pace with a lot of his team in damage, which is surprising. Not used to seeing that. Alright, here we go. Comes the Meteor Strike. It's only going to grab one, so Soldier, however, probably one of the best picks you could get on AI. So that is just going to be a team fight victory here. For LogiSwords, they're going to keep pushing this thing on Gibraltar, so much better offense coming out from LogiSwords. Then that first point on King's Row. Got two kind of odd broken tanks. Oop, and this one, Sigma, just doesn't use his rock, and he doesn't shoot a whole lot. On the other side, Zarya doesn't exactly use her her ultimate. So a little bit of flaws for both squads. Unfortunately, there is going to be a split spawn here, so AI is going to fall. Hopefully Sigma doesn't foolishly waste his ult. He will. Okay. So, third point here. We got some ultimates built up on the side of AI, though. So they do have a chance to put something together here. However, they haven't been stopped past that first underpass in quite some time, so very good push coming through here. For LogiSwords, they plan on finishing this map. They had a massive time bank to do so. Orisa gonna fall. Oh, only gonna pick up the Zarya in that flux, and that is, unfortunately for AI, probably just gonna be the last fight we see. The last good fight we see. Ramatra does have this ultimate. Can he get out to use it though? Sigma gonna be going for the touch here. Can he grab this touch? Sigma will grab the touch. He's going to get some charge 2 going. Comes the Ramatra ult. It is on this Orisa quite well. Orisa's going to fall, but don't know if that's going to be enough here, as a lot of members of LogiSwords are still up. We only have the Sigma and the Rom on the side of AI, so LogiSwords blistering fast pace here on Gibraltar, despite getting held up a little bit on that first point. The Mei comes out and makes it happen. So Gibraltar looking a lot different than King's Row already. See what support comes out for the side of AI. Can have a huge impact on this series. They do end up with Zen. They are in a much better spot. Or Baptiste, or even Kiri, I'd say. Some supports you probably... I mean, Moira can be alright too. She just does so much healing with how many bodies there are. Gonna stick to that Ana for now. And we're going to stick to the May on the other side. So similar options coming out here from the last round. On Gibraltar, they're going to have to put some heck of a push here. They want to go up 2-0 in this series. Otherwise, we're looking at a very likely 1-1 situation between AI and LogiSwords. Two triple tank rosters clashing here. Not seen a whole lot of triple tank rosters in Overbot's history. There was, of course, last season's Moldy Milkers. They placed second overall. And now this season we have an AI squad with triple tank and a LogiSwords team with triple tank. And it's looking like the start of this one going in AI's favor. So they will start pushing this thing pretty much immediately. Dogs are indeed barking. Alright, so we're going to see AI coming underneath here.
Can you help me?
With what?
This.
Maybe.
Okay. Watch. I'm putting this. No. You gotta look
What?
what you're doing.
Okay.
Put this into that hole.
Oh my word.
Grandma, get back in your bed, okay? Whoa, what's happening? Get to your bed, okay?
I don't think you can, Mom.
Okay, here, I'll let Shalina do it.
Shalina can try it.
Can
Anyways.
you do this, Shalina? Shalina, I need your help. Get to your bed. No.
Anyways, the payload continues moving here. A little bit for AI. There is only that Orisa up. They're struggling quite a bit, though, with it. You can have that Kiri. Could be a big boon or a hindrance. Wow, okay. Gonna allow for AI to fall here.
Can I borrow your phone for pictures? Okay, Ava, look at me. What's it done?
Okay, gonna see a couple more attempts coming out from AI here. And happy Mother's Day. AI going to continue pushing forward here. Looks like Kiri is gonna go down, so LogiSwords doing a good job at holding out here on Gibraltar in comparison to how King's Row went for them. Widowmaker looking like she's gonna fall here to this Doom, though, on the outside. Not gonna be enough for AI to start pushing this one, though. I have a feeling AI are gonna get a bit stifled here. Probably going to end this map. Alright, gonna see one more chance here from AI to push through this thing, but there's so many ults on LogiSword's side. This is looking like it's gonna be a tied series heading into the map 3. Looking a bit dominant for whatever team is in the lead on this one. Maybe, just maybe, AI can make something happen here. However, no one's on the payload currently, and the freeze comes out to zone everyone off, and that is just gonna be it. So LogiSword's gonna tie this thing up one apiece. On Gibraltar, looking a lot better than King's Row. This is more so what I anticipated from this series. However, AI is still definitely in this one. It is one apiece going into map 3. And AI are kind of just proven why having 3 of any tanks could be somewhat viable. Just having all those bodies in the way makes it a lot harder for another team to beat you. So we'll have to see how Lijiang goes. Like I said, a lot of what this AI squad relies on is that soldier using those, using his protection, basically having the Secret Service around him, and he's relied on to do the most of the damage for the squad. So triple tank in a kind of an odd spot. On the other side, Widowmaker and whatever other DPS they have, it's going to be the protected. So Tracer going to be the protected class in this one. She's not going to use that pulse bomb with Zarya on her squad. So actually, she might. She does sometimes, I think. However, I have seen sometimes where she gets like stuck with that ult, and because Zarya has her ult, she doesn't use it.
Will you send those photos to me?
Yeah, I will.
Thanks.
Okay. So. Going to be an interesting one here. We are tied 1 apiece going into this third map.
Your donuts waiting for you.
Cool. Alright. AI and LogiSwords fighting here on this point. Queen's going to get very low. She's going to go down. Widowmaker's going to fall. Zarya's going to go down. Lucio going to be traded out. However, AI, very powerful offense here to start. LogiSwords just getting fully routed. Looking strong so far here. From the side of AI. That was looking so very dominant with that Lucio in play. Did just rush all over them. So Lucio's still going to be the support here. Could result in a beautiful boop. Do we see it? Do we see it? Come on, Lucio. You know you want to. Oh, no. Okay, he will go down first. So I don't think they actually do boops like that, unfortunately. Gonna see some trades, though, coming through here. Looks like at the end of the day, LogiSword's going to be the ones favored. So they will take this point right back. We're going to see Zen now. That is a huge, huge pickup for the side of AI. This could fully turn this map into their favor. I do think Zen is a massive pick. That is an S tier bot. Doofus gonna feed a little bit there. However, Zen already seeing the impact of that extra damage. Going to help deal with that queen very quickly. However, Orisa and Tracer getting the job done at the end there, so Zen just falling a little bit too early despite having all that protection on his side. Really, it was that Doom feed that might have done it for them there. So, gonna see another offense coming through here. See if the Zen can help or not. Looking a little bit less, maybe impactful. This 5v5 format without a shield. Well, he does have 2 shields, so he should be on an excellent team form, actually. Doom gonna get absolutely shredded here as he goes in alone. The Rom gonna get in here, but that is just gonna be it. It looks like LogiSwords coming away with this one so far. Only gonna find the one pick. Do we see the respawns getting back in here in time? I do believe we will. We have 95 on the Ramatra ult. However, on the opposite side, they do have that Orisa ult. They do have their Queen ult. They have a lot to work with for LogiSwords, so they could go up 2-1 or 1-0 on this map. Giving them okay, the Queen's kind of gonna waste her ult a little bit there. Only hitting 1 member. Comes the Ramatra ult. Gonna help deal with that Widowmaker. However, Rom's not touching the point anymore. Oh, now he is. Not gonna be able to deal with them though, and that will just be it. So LogiSwords lose that first fight and then come in and turn this thing completely around. Maybe swapping off the Lucio wasn't the greatest play. I did think Zen was going to give him a good chance because Zen just has that hero pop-off potential of a bot, but he did kind of just get fried when he was on Zen. Tracer actually coming out and doing some work here for the side of LogiSwords. Gonna see a Brig now, so even more brawl potential. Could be good, or bad. We'll see. For the side of AI, the series is tied at 1 apiece. Li Jing gonna bring one of these squads up to match point. Have to see which one it will be, though. It has been a very tight battle through and through here between AI and LogiSwords. A few fights could change everything here. Alright, here come the two squads that are going to meet in the middle. Doomfist going to get absolutely diffed by Junker Queen. Looking like, so far, LogiSwords are going to take control of this one. Soldier taking out one, but that's not going to be enough. Does reset the Zarya charge, though, so you at least got to feel pretty confident about that. Gonna see the respawns coming through here for AI. Gonna fight LogiSwords. Once more, Doomfist going in quite deep. He is gonna be behind. However, not going to do enough here. Soldier going to fall down to Zarya almost immediately. And that is probably just going to be it. LogiSwords looking like they're going to go up 2-1 in this series. Did have a bit of a struggle on King's Row. But since then, it has been lights out for them. AI going to get a couple more chances at this one. But with that Brig, I just don't see this happening. Brig not exactly the greatest bot. Doomfist really getting too aggressive sometimes. He will just fall over here. Junker Queen gonna go down, but that's not gonna be enough. This is looking like, well, trades are still favoring, well, Soldier. Soldier actually diffing right now. Okay, Soldier puts on the one-man show, but Queen's back here. Doomfist is also back, though, so Soldier and Doom and Brig able to clean that up and take the point. So we will see a point flip due to heroics by Soldier, just proving that he is one of the top-tier DPS we have in Overbots. Absolutely shredding through that Widowmaker's health bar, as well as Zarya. See LogiSwords coming in for an engage here. We do have that Tracer, as we know. Queen getting very low on the engage. She's going to go down. Widowmaker's going to fall next. I don't know why Widowmaker's so far ahead of her team. Zarya's going to go down. Orisa, half HP in the front line. She will eventually fall. And now AI looking like they could run this one back. We'll have to see, though. Ultimates remain on the side, or remain for both sides. We're going to have the Ramatra ult and the Soldier ult, as well as the Queen, Orisa, and Pulse Bomb. However, Zarya not going to use that ult, as we know. Widowmaker's ult not that impactful either. Brig getting close to her rally. Have to see here. Can AI make this happen on the second point on Li Jing? So looking more and more likely now. Here comes the Ram ult almost immediately. So going to punish this Queen pretty harshly. Actually going to punish their whole squad. Actually, not a whole lot going through here, and LogiSwords, despite the Ramatra ultimate, are able to push through, and they're going to win this map. They're going to win the whole map off of that. That was an insane amount of damage just tanked with 0 healing. Have to see here, though, there might be one more contest coming through for AI. See if they can get anything started here. Doomfist going to have that ultimate to work with, maybe. He will use it pretty much immediately. So a little bit of a different fight going on here. And so the trades immediately are favoring AI. So AI are actually going to win this one. And we're going to see one more fight, but a lot of ultimates online here for the side of AI. Could spell disaster here for LogiSwords. They might just lose this second point on Li Jing. Choke it away a little bit here. Do have that Sigma ultimate going to be online for this one. Very rare ultimate to see in Koth. And Queen going down immediately. Not ideal at all here for LogiSwords. That is going to be 1-1 headed into the final point on Li Jing to determine who's going up and who is going down. So this will be match point for both squads here. Whoever wins this one's going to take this map, and thus going to take match point in the series as well. Very impactful Lijiang we're going to see here, because whoever wins this is going to have a huge advantage from here on out in the series. Sojourn is a massive pickup for the side of LogiSwords. Sojourn, very impactful DPS. Is she more impactful than Soldier? I am not sure. I think Soldier is a very good DPS. Maybe I've been overrating him, but I believe he is one of the, if not best, one of the best hit scan besides Bastion, just because he can heal himself, and he doesn't rely on aim down sights like a Widowmaker. And Sojourn relies a little bit on projectile aim, which I think makes her a little bit worse. I think Soldier is the tried and true one of the best bots we have in Overbots. However, Moira gonna go down. Queen and Zarya making quick work of the rest of AI, and this is looking like a great start for LogiSwords. Gonna have to see something miraculous coming out from AI now, because did not exactly look close there. Of course, the only edge I can really give AI over LogiSwords is that Soldier 76 right now. The tanks, I feel like almost every tank is better on LogiSwords. Doomfist getting very low. Ramatra has made a case for himself. And that is going to be another fight going very handily in the way of LogiSwords, so looking like we could see a 2-1 map and a 2-1 lead for LogiSwords heading into a map 4. Going to be a massive advantage for LogiSwords, as you only need to win one of the last 2 maps in a series to take it. However, on the other side, you do not want to go down 2-1 because of that advantage. We'll have to see here, though, if AI can get anything started. Doomfist is going to get very low. Moira's going to be the first to fall, though. Sojourn putting on an absolute show here. And so that 62% and counting. BAP. That is a huge pickup for the side of AI. Do they have enough time to make another engage here, though? So they do have that lethal Soldier BAP duo that we have seen in previous seasons, and they have 2 shields to work with in front of them. This could get hairy here quickly for the side of LogiSwords. Let's see if this pays off for them. Unfortunately, BAP going to be falling with that Doom. Does mean AI are more than likely going to fall here. Widowmaker putting on a little bit of a show here herself, and that is going to be it. So LogiSwords going up 2-1. Maybe that BAP swap came in a little late. He died a little early in that last fight, so going to be a 2-1 lead here for LogiSwords on a 2-1 Lijiang Tower. And they are 1 map away from taking this series. On the other side, AI going to have to put something together here on these last 2 maps to turn this one around. They're going to have to win the last 2 maps in a row, whereas LogiSwords only need to take 1 of them. So we'll see here. LogiSwords could take this series 3-1, or we could be going to map 5 after this one. Let's see, Route 66. So the last escort did go pretty handily in favor of AI, as we remember. Or not AI, LogiSwords. Got to be a little bit of a boon here for them, as we know how that last map went.
Josh, come get your donut.
Okay. So, one last map, and then I will go get that donut. Thanks, Ava. AI versus LogiSwords. I'm gonna guess that LogiSwords are gonna come out of the series with a 1-0 lead. I'm guessing LogiSwords are going to win this series with a 3-1 victory, but that remains to be seen. Let's see if AI can get the job done here on Route 66. They've had some trouble here with LogiSwords today. Lucio going to be the first to fall, though. Not a great sign at all. Genji going to get in there, and he is doing some work for LogiSwords. Excellent start here on this map 4? Question mark? Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just eating my donut. Alright, sorry, you're going to take out the Lucio and the Doom. She's doing an excellent job here. Rom going to get one, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Sorry, you're going to get Rom and Soldier. Widowmaker going to find the Sigma, and they're just going to keep on pushing. Here comes that BAP swap. Early BAP swap. This is what we need to see from this squad more often. I do love the BAP. Can they make something happen here with this BAP? He's going to get traded, but they do find a pick with the help of his Soldier. And it's looking like AI are going to win a fight here. Rom getting very low. He and Soldier are going to fall as well as Sigma. And Doomfist and BAP are probably not long for this world. Doomfist going to stall a little bit, but not quite enough here. So we should see at least one more fight coming out here from AI. Doomfist looking like he's going to engage pretty early by himself.
We're leaving in 15.
BAP going to be traded out for the Sarissa. Widowmaker going to go down next. Genji going to fall. However, 2 trades coming through for LogiSwords. And a massive Queen ultimate. Just going to lead to most likely a point cap here, as Sigma's going to take a while to respawn. Point cap eventually going to come through here, I think. Yes. And we will see an engage. That Orisa ult was kind of fat. And LogiSwords are going to continue pushing this. AI were able to make King's Row and Li Jing very close. However, oh, that was a massive Sig ultimate. Unfortunately, even finding 4 members of LogiSwords, they don't find too many kills until right now. And Genji able to find that Sigma. Widowmaker probably going to fall down here to the Ramatra. She does. However, Genji and Zarya getting the job done here. They are going to keep pushing this thing. Maybe, maybe not. Never mind. Anyways, this is looking like a completion of the 3-1. Although AI getting a little bit of a defense here. Sigma getting a little bit deep. He might go down here. However, Rom able to find the Widowmaker. Genji gonna go down. Queen getting very low. Will we see this Queen ultimate? We will see it on just the Doom. However, the beat gonna save him. And Lucio gonna go down, but the rest of AI remain here with a large advantage. That's gonna lead to another hold here for LogiSwords. Or not LogiSwords, for AI against LogiSwords. Ursa is still up, but what can she do while she's alone? Does pop that ult, so getting a little bit aggressive here. She's not going to find any kills with it. However, she will get out with her life, and Genji going to find 2. Oh, Orisa will eventually fall there. But too little, too late here for AI, and LogiSwords might start pushing this payload again. We'll have to see if they decide to. Widowmaker going to get on it. Do we see a map completion here? Looking less and less likely. Especially with the lack of Zarya and Genji ult that we will be seeing. Genji, perhaps one of the worst DPS that could be selected for this squad simply because he does not pop his ult when he's with this Zarya that also is not popping her ult. Alright, Ramatra gonna pop the ultimate here, and that is gonna result in a teamfight victory. And more than likely, that will just be it. That will be where the payload stops. So, AI giving themselves a win condition here on Route 66. Question being, can they match their own pace? Set us to a map 5. I am hoping not, because I do have to leave soon. As you can hear, my family in the background yelling at me. Okay. AI, you have one more opportunity in this series to keep in it and send us to a map 5. However, if they fail here, LogiSwords will be winning this one 3-1. Very good start to the week for them. Kings Row, a bit of a struggle bus, but ever since that point, they have been cruising. Taking the series lead at 2-1 on Lijiang. After winning on Watchpoint, Gibraltar in fairly dominant fashion. Have to see if Route 66 is as dominant here, or if AI can get something started and bring us to a map 5. Only one more opportunity to get back into the series here if you are AI. See if they can get the job done here. Just gonna push back that Queen and the Zarya. Widowmaker and Genji getting up quite a bit. Moira gonna be the first to fall here. However, Queen's gonna fall shortly after. Does look like a massive advantage so far coming out for LogiSwords. Ramatra gonna fall here most likely. Don't know why he's pushing. Oh, he does pop the Nemesis form, but I don't think that's going to be enough to keep him up. He will eventually fall. And AI going to have to do a lot more than that if they want to start pushing this thing. And Zarya able to just absolutely clean up here. Queen's going to be back too, so not seeing much of an advantage at all here for AI. Ramattra pounding through. However, Queen's going to take out Doom. Ursa going to get low. She's going to go down. Queen very low too. She's going to fall. Zarya up top. Widowmaker going to get hit by the slow field. Looking like Widowmaker could fall here. She will go down. Zarya the last one up for LogiSwords. So eventually AI will get this thing moving. Going to get some support investment into that Ramattra. Yeah, giving themselves a glimpse into this series here. And that is looking like another fight win here for LogiSwords. This is more than likely the 3-1, so looks like King's Row was a little bit of an outlier in terms of maps, just one that AI tended to hold advantages due to their hero selections. And the way that point works with the Junker Queen feeding in a bit, Sigma gonna feed in himself right now. Bit of an odd choice by Sigma. Don't think I agree with that decision whatsoever. And this is going to result in a team fight win here for LogiSwords as they continue to just eat AI apart. Gonna see one more offensive attack here from AI, but this will more than likely be the 3-0. Hoping so, as I do need to leave. People keep yelling into my room, and the dogs keep opening my door. I'm losing my mind a little bit over here. Okay. Sigma gonna go down. 24 seconds on the clock here. AI have a lot of ultimates to work with. LogiSwords only gonna have 2 that they'll actually use. However, 3.
To go? Let's go.
3 on the opposite side as my family continues yelling. Comes the Rom, going to help deal. Should be it though here for AI. I don't believe they're going to win this, even with the Ramattra ult coming out, because they did a great job at kiting that.
Yeah.
And that is going to be it. 3-1 LogiSwords. And I will be heading out, guys. Thanks for this one. Was a quick start to this week. 3-1. Struggled a bit on King's Row, but they were able to get the job done here. And we'll see you later. I gotta go celebrate Mother's Day. Peace out.